Antetokounmpo gets it right down and drives into Love. And Giannis is hurt.
Oh, it was a scary sight for Bucks fans last night. Giannis fell, as you saw, that pretty darn hard as he was making a drive into the paint for a layup in the first quarter of the game. Now, he later returned in the second quarter, but left shortly afterwards.
It was announced later in the game the All-Star forward had suffered a lower back contusion. A contusion being the medical term for a bruise. Here to explain all the other medical terms we need to know as we're worried about our MVP candidate and will he be ready for game 2. She is the athletic training program director at UWM, Jennifer Earl-Boehm. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Sure, happy to be here.
All right, let's start with what every Bucks fan out there wants to know. A back contusion like this, what's the recovery time looking like? And is it just as simple as a bruise?
Sure. Well, first shout out to the athletic training staff of the Bucks, who I know are going to take great care of Giannis in this recovery period. A bruise can be a tricky thing, especially right over that low back area. He fell pretty hard right on that lower back, on that sacrum, the bone at the end of your spine. And there's not a lot of soft tissue over it that's really going to protect it. So it's a great thing that the x-rays were negative and he is on a path to recovery. The most important things, I think, are managing his pain and getting him able to move and function in a way that he can be confident in his play and return to the level of activity that we know that he can put in.
At such a high caliber of an athlete, how does a trainer balance the drive to want to get back on the floor and the need for recovery with someone like Giannis?
Sure, great question. I think the athletic training staff has to balance that physical recovery and healing that needs to happen over the injured area, as well as his mental recovery and his readiness to perform and be confident. And if they can manage his pain and get him moving, great. Then they'll be able to, I think, allow him to function hopefully pretty soon.
Let's talk about the injured area a little bit more. They're calling it a lower back contusion. You talk about the sacrum, which is lower back, upper butt. Are we just talking about the same
tailbone, right?
Are we just talking about the same thing here with different terms? Because it looked like he fell hard on his rear end, is what it looked like to me at home yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. So the lower back kind of blends right into those bones that are at the top of your pelvis and right into your butt area. And so it's tough to say exactly what is, bruised or damaged for him, but it can be a pretty sensitive area, especially right on the bone there. It can cause a lot of pain, but some good pain control measures and some rest. I'm sure with his desire and drive to return, he'll be in good shape pretty soon.
I think we all can agree it looked like it hurt. And if I felt like that, I would probably be hurting too.
Did the Bucks
Absolutely.
Did the Bucks in their professional sports training and rehab world, did they have things they can use to speed up healing? I mean, is he like in an oxygen tent? I mean, what could they be doing besides just putting ice and taking Tylenol, which is what I would do for something like this?
Sure. Yeah, there are some other things they can do with different kinds of modalities, like ultrasound maybe, or some stimulation, electrical stimulation or heat, some medical approaches maybe to manage the inflammation, but a lot of it is going to be some of the old-fashioned. Ice can help a lot in that first 24 hours after an injury.
Well, he's probably got the best ice.
The finest,
probably so.
The finest ice all over Giannis's rear end this afternoon. Jennifer Earl-Boehm from the College of Health Sciences over at UWM. We appreciate you taking some time to join us this afternoon. The lower back is the same as the upper butt, and I've said that on television for the first time today. We appreciate you this afternoon.
See you. Thank you.